What's up, YouTube and Power fans? It's your boy Nino, and I'm back again with another Power video. I'd like to thank all those who subscribe to my channel and everybody who watches my video. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about Ghost balcony falling. I don't know how many of you have paid attention to this scene, but there are quite some number of things that don't add up and how Ghost managed to fall over the balcony. If you look at where Ghost was standing, the top ray is above his waistline, almost a little above his navel. In other words, this is more than half of Ghost's height from the base where he was standing. Now, if you pay attention closely, the moment Tariq entered, Ghost took about 4 different steps away from where he was standing. Then they started a conversation. When Ghost got to the point where he said, "You can go on road trip with me, you can get credit for school, maybe internship," Ghost took another step forward, making it approximately 5 steps towards Tariq. Now the 5th step was when Tariq pulled the gun. This made Ghost 5 steps away from his initial position. This means that there is quite a number of space between Ghost and the rays where he was standing initially. Now this is the part that doesn't make any sense to me. Tariq shot Ghost with a pistol. Now, with the little knowledge I have, that shot couldn't have taken Ghost over the bar after taking 5 steps away from it. And also, I don't know much about guns, but I believe it would take a gun like a hunting gun to push Ghost away like that. Besides, if you look at how Kane shot Jabari before Tariq finished him, Jabari didn't even take 2 steps back before falling on the ground. And yet, Kane also used similar pistol Tariq used. Arguably, it is not the same pistol, but trust me, I don't believe any of these 2 pistols could have pushed Ghost over the ray and fall the way he has fallen. So unless this was a production error, then I think Ghost intentionally jumped over the rays. Now, if Ghost intentionally jumped, then this is what I think was the reason. This is my point of view. Ghost knew very well that if he falls in front of Tariq, he was going to end up with another bullet, probably in the head. But if he jumps over the rails, then he will have no reason to catch a second bullet. A lot of questions people often ask is that, why would Ghost jump over the rails just for his son to go to school? Now the point is, Ghost didn't intend to jump over those rails for his son to go to school. Let's suppose you are in a terrifying situation, like seeing a lion about to attack you. For the purposes of this video, let's assume Tariq is the lion and Ghost is the victim, because Tariq is the one holding the gun, so he has more power over Ghost. In this kind of situation, sensory information of the threat in front of you eventually reaches your brain hypothalamus. From here, your body's sympathetic nervous system is activated. This causes you to tense up, speed up, and become more alert. At the same time, a signal is sent to your adrenal glands, triggering them to release epinephrine or adrenaline into the bloodstream, along with norepinephrine and cortisol, the stress hormone. So now your body is ready for anything. Your heart rate and blood pressure increases. The pupil of your eye dilates to take in more light. That is why you see they went closer at this point to Ghost's face. More blood is sent to your muscles and your muscles tensed up. So basically, what I'm saying is that you become something like Samson or the Hawk. You become strong all of a sudden. Now, the cortisol and the adrenaline increases your blood glucose level, which conveniently allows more energy to be used by your muscles. And that can be used to fight anything that is in front of you, or run as fast as you can, or even jump as fast as possible without thinking about it. So this is how Ghost found himself in that situation in front of his son. Some of you can experience your personal situations where someone is chasing you or you are being chased and you are terrified. You run and jump some kind of hurdles that under normal circumstances, when you are just running on your own, there is no way you can jump such hurdles. So in this case, Ghost went through adrenal changes. So he didn't intend to jump over those rails to please his son. So those of you who think he just fell and should break a bone, break a spine, Ghost didn't just get up and jump. He went through hormonal changes, and those changes is what I've stated above. If you have experienced what I'm talking about, then you should know that the likelihood of Ghost going through adrenal changes at that moment is 100% possible. Now, I know some people are arguing about the fact that where Ghost was falling from is a little bit high for him to survive and all that. And some people say it was a height of 5 stories, which I found a little bit ridiculous, because if you look at this image very well, and if you look at the people on the floor, and you look at where Ghost was standing, this can't be a 5-story. Now, even if you want to judge optically, this height should be twice Ghost's height. Now, generally, first floor of any building is about 14 feet or 4.3 meters. That's the standard. Now, let's assume Ghost is about 6.5 feet tall naturally. Then it means the height from which he fell was twice his body length, and his surviving rate from that height is almost 80%. Now, this is what even complicates my issue. Now, let's assume Ghost indeed fell over the rails. Now, with the distance between him and the rails when he took those 5 steps forward towards the rig, realistically, when he was shot and he has to even fall back, he's supposed to fall within that space that he took the steps. Now, those rails are purposely put there to protect people from falling over. Under any circumstances that there is some kind of force that is going to push someone over those rails, it is likely for the person to hit those rails and probably break part of those rails when the person is falling. Because if we look at Ghost's body, his physique, he's well built, and if Ghost was coming to fall over those rails, definitely part of his body should have hit the rails, and if the rails couldn't stop him from falling over, then the rails should have even at least bent a little bit or break somehow to show that yes, there was a force that he moved through those rails. Now, everything looks as if he just intentionally jumped over the rails. Nothing happened. There was no movement. So I am just looking at this in a production perspective, that unless this is a production error, they didn't see it, they didn't imagine anyone would notice, or they didn't think it was necessary, then that is that the argument ends here. So unless this is just an over exaggeration or production error, then it means Ghost falling really has a reason, because those rails should have stopped him from falling over, considering the height of the rails and considering the fact that those rails are half of Ghost's full body length. Now, this is something I have noticed. Maybe my explanation will also bring your mind to exactly what I'm saying. If this makes sense to you, just drop your comment in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation. I believe this could probably be a production error, but if this wasn't a production error, then it means that Ghost falling over those rails has a reason. And I stated one, that maybe he doesn't want to catch a second bullet in the head. That is why he jumped over. Or probably he has another reason for jumping over the rails. Now, this is my breakdown of Ghost balcony falling. These are the things that don't make sense to me at all. I don't know about you. If this also doesn't make sense to you, you can leave your opinion. Please, I would like to encourage you to just leave a decent comment. This is a theory. We are just having a conversation about someone who wrote a story and we are all following. I don't see why some people will leave rude comments, insult each other in the comment section while we are all sharing opinion. I normally answer almost every comment in my comment section, but now I've decided I'm not going to answer rude comments. I'm not going to answer unhealthy comments. If you want us to have a conversation, just leave a decent comment, share your opinion. I'll reply as soon as I see it. And I'd like to thank my new subscribers. Thank you for believing in my video, and thank you for subscribing. And I would like to encourage you to continue watching my video. If you are new to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any opinion to share, just leave it in the comment section and let's keep the conversation going. Now, a quick shout out to the most decent comment on my previous video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.